Texans, should they take a chance with this offensive lineman from the Philadelphia Eagles? I'll let y'all know in just a minute. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. You won't find anybody with more passion speaking about your favorite Houston sports teams than this guy right here. Astros, Rockets, Texans, I try to do it all. So go down in the comment section. Let me know. Do you think the Texans should take a chance on this guard who played phenomenal for the Philadelphia Eagles, former tackle for the Louisville Cardinals just a few years ago, former first round pick for the New York Jets? Yeah, I'm talking about Mekhi Becton. We all know Mekhi Becton played like an absolute stud for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's just one big son of a bitch. I mean, let's just put it quite simple. He is 6'7", 360, and he was supposed to be playing tackle for the New York Jets. The only reason the Eagles signed him is to be their swing tackle. Then their guard got hurt in Tyler Steen, who will be on a very separate video because there's a very interesting topic to discuss there. Mekhi Becton filled in at the guard position, and he just never dropped it. Mekhi Becton played guard phenomenally for the Philadelphia Eagles, and this is his regular season numbers, guys. In 15 games he played, 903 snaps, only 5 sacks allowed, 3 quarterback hits allowed, 5 penalties. Mekhi Becton was amazing at guard for the Eagles in a find that nobody would have expected. And all it did was just beef up the offensive line that was already a strength for the Eagles. Here's Mekhi Becton again, big ol' SOB, 6'7", 360. Definitely a force in the run game. Could use some help in the passing game, but his run blocking ability helped just launch the Eagles with the addition of Saquon Barkley. Kind of makes me think, well, the Houston Texans did get Joe Mixon last year. Adding a Mekhi Becton is not a bad idea. It is a risk, though, because you're trying to bank on if you can replicate the season he just had with the Eagles. Now, Nick Caley did mention in his introductory press conference that they want to establish a run game. They want to run the football. That is something DeMeco Ryans is obviously very fond of, considering he is a defensive-minded head coach and the de facto defensive coordinator. They're going to run the football as much as they can and try to ease off the pressure for CJ Stroud, open up the play action game a bit more. I feel like that would be the mindset for Nick Caley. Mekhi Becton, look, I don't know how well he fits in this scheme, in a power zone, power gap kind of scheme that they could be having, where they're only going to be moving north-south and a lot less east-west. And that's kind of favorable for Mekhi Becton, considering 6'7", 360, not very mobile, I would assume, for the guard position as well as he was as a tackle. But he found a light at the end of the tunnel with the Eagles. Yeah, I would be pretty shocked if he decided to leave them, considering he was just seems like he really liked playing in Philadelphia. He had a very bad time in New York. New York media is just not nice, and Philadelphia media is not nice either, but they just treated him so much better compared to New York Jets fans. So I wouldn't be shocked if he decided to come back to the Eagles, but I don't know if the Eagles want to do that. They just paid Landon Dickerson. They're paying top money for him, Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson. Like, they're easily one of the more expensive offensive lines in the NFL. And you got a guy right there in Tyler Steen who could fill in for the guard position, and he was supposed to be the right guard for this previous year, but ended up getting hurt. So maybe the Eagles stay with Steen and say, hey, Becton, we appreciate it, and he moves on. So his open market value is slated, though, at $10 million a year. Do you want to take that chance, Texans fans? Because you're banking that you can duplicate this season and he is now going to be a guard for the rest of his career. We don't have a right guard. Mekhi Becton would fill in at that guard position. I know we still have Shaq Mason, but I'm going to expect him to be cut or something has to be replaced right there. Mekhi Becton could come in and fill in for him, and you hope that Cole Popovich and Nick Caley together can duplicate a season where he was phenomenal, not only in the regular season, but in the playoffs as well. Here we go with the playoff stats. 255 snaps in the playoffs, only gave up 2 sacks, 1 quarterback hit, 1 penalty. I mean, Mekhi Becton seems like a risk that could be worth the reward for the Houston Texans. But y'all let me know, are y'all willing to play the risk of Mekhi Becton to be the guard for the Houston Texans? And hey, ultimately, Laramie Tunsil is up in age. If Mekhi Becton doesn't necessarily work out at guard and you want to move on from Tunsil, maybe you make that move and put him at left tackle. I don't know. It's just a thought process. I'm kind of just spitballing right there. But I do want to know, is it worth the risk getting a Mekhi Becton and trying to get him to play the same way he did with the Eagles here in Houston? As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.